Hi, my name is Juliana Santos, and I'll be presenting you Mandala Connections in Peru, here in the middle of nature. So let's start. Here we are, there to elevate your consciousness, and this is the goal of our kind of trips. We believe that life begins at the end of our comfort zone, of your comfort zone. So if you want to jump out of your comfort zone, this is the moment. And here's our team. So here I am, still with long hair, and this is Malik Mustafa. He's our friend from Egypt, and Margarida Bulhões. She's my dear friend that I met last year, also in a project in Egypt. And why Peru? Peru is a very special place. Is a very spiritual and high elevated energy place, and we can learn a lot from them. They are beautiful and ancestral sites. So why not? That's the real question. Why not? And in this trip, we want to show you the Amazon rainforest. We want to take you to Machu Picchu. We want to allow you to marvel with the beauty and the color of Rainbow Mountain. And we want to also take you to Cusco, which is an amazing town in the middle of Peru. And Peru is huge, is a huge country, as you might know. So we want to take you to these beautiful and amazing places and so much more. And you have the first chance to come with us from 9 to 18 September, okay, this year, of course. But then we also have two more options, okay? The itinerary is going to be the same. So the second would be from 23rd September to 2nd October, and the third from 7 October to 16 October, okay? So there are three chances to make it happen for you. There's no excuses, okay? And this opportunity is unique. It was created with a lot of love and was created from the beginning, from scratch, by an amazing team, as you've met us already. And the aim is to spread the message and to offer you life-changing experiences, because we all three share this kind of idea for travels. That is, it has to be something, from the heart. And it's also an exclusive opportunity. We want to take only 20 travelers with us. And it's transforming. We believe that this is more than a mere touristic trip, and you will know why in a bit. And the idea is that if you want to return the same, this is not a trip for you, okay? Really. So make sure that you want to be transformed by whatever we have to provide you. So what excludes this trip? What is not included, okay? Domestic and international travel to and from Cusco. So we are starting, let's say, deep in the Sacred Valley, okay? The food is not specified. The food that is not specified, about €5 or dollar. No, they're very compared, very similar. About $5 or euro daily on adventure days. Other alternative means of transport of those provided for in the program. Insurance, activities that are not specified or defined as alternatives, optional suggested. Access fees for activities not clearly included in the program, and personal extras. So I really suggest that you look into the program that I'm going to tell you now, and be aware of what's included or not, okay? And what is included? So a beautiful program, and we as leaders, we are going to accompany you throughout the program, okay? We are the Mandala Connections leaders. During the Mandala days, so accommodation, food and drinks provided, breakfast, lunch and dinner. We are also including and providing During adventure days, main transport for collective and or private trips, cars, so transportation. Activities, visits, again, transportation, accommodation and food described in the program. Entrance to Machu Picchu ruins, the standard ticket, which is which we are going to collect all and ask them online in advance, and guide. Also guide in program in the Amazon jungle, Puerto Maldonado. You will have the chance to go deep in the jungle and sleep in there for one night and be able to be on a boat and check the Amazon jungle really from close. Also, the travel from Cusco to Mandala in the beginning and then to Cusco in the end. So the idea is that, for instance, for the first itinerary from 9 to 18 September, we are going to provide a collective transportation from Cusco for the group arriving up to 4 p.m., okay, local time, of course. So at 4 p.m., we are departing. This is on the 8th September. So we'll be departing to Cusco, and then in the return, we will want to make sure that it's okay for you to arrive to Cusco at 6 p.m., okay, on the 18th September. So just make sure that in terms of travel, that we need to account for some time before and after the 9 to 18 September. Just make sure that we are keeping our schedule and you are making the most out of this trip. Also, active participation and contribution in a reforestation, land regeneration, and natural farming project in the Valle Sagrado de los Incas, so the Sacred Valley. We are having the Mandala Days in the most beautiful place, and yeah, and it will require active participation. All right, so be sure that you want to contribute. If not now, if you're not coming out with us, so when will you finally be able to say, I was in Peru and it was an amazing, like it was an experience I will never forget. So yeah, join us now, because we don't know if we are ever going to repeat this experience. So you have 3 chances. This is the moment, all right? And here's the program for 10 days. Are you curious enough to know about the program that we've been preparing for you? So let's see it in detail, all right? So in a nutshell, what is this all about? First, you need to think about 2 days extra for the travels, okay? Here, first to Lima. You may travel directly to Cusco, it's up to you, okay? But, sorry, I need to keep the time. Okay, I don't want this to be very long for you. So first to Lima, this is our suggestion because it's going to be less expensive, okay? And then to Cusco in a domestic flight. But if you want to travel directly to Cusco, it's okay, as long as you arrive on the 8th for the first itinerary, like a day before the program starts, basically, and up to 4 p.m., okay? Then 3 days in the Valle Sagrado de los Incas, so this is what we call Mandala Days, and then 7 days into the Amazon jungle, the Vinicunca, so Rainbow Mountain, and also Machu Picchu, so adventure days. 3 Mandala Days and 7 adventure days. How does it sound? On the first 3 days, we are going to actively participate and contribute in a reforestation, land regeneration, and natural farming project. So this is the one I told you about. The idea is that we are going to live there, we're going to plant trees, we're going to garden, you're going to eat great vegetarian food, okay? We're going to stay in a farm in dorms, shared rooms among same gender, and bathrooms and showers will be shared for 3 nights. Here are some images of what you may expect, okay? This beautiful connection with nature. So the idea is that from the Mandala Days, from that place, it will be around 12 hours and a half to get to Puerto Maldonado. So this is what we're going to do on day 3 in the night. So we are going to spend the night in the bus, on a bus, so we can seize more and better of our time. So we get to Puerto Maldonado, to the Amazon jungle. And here we are, and basically Puerto Maldonado, if you never heard of it, it's the capital of Peru's biodiversity. You will see a lot of different species, beautiful animals, and get deep into the jungle with a guide, okay? And with us, of course, as leaders. So we are sleeping on the bus, and then when we are like on the second day of getting there, so it will be day 5, I'm sorry. On day 5, we are going to stay over in Puerto Maldonado in a hostel, okay? We are going to stay 1.2 kilometers from the center of Puerto Maldonado. And then the next day we are taking breakfast there. And then we are taking a comfortable bus to get to Vinicunca, which is going to be a little bit of a way because we are departing at 6 a.m. and we'll be arriving to Checacupe at 4 p.m. Okay, so Vinicunca is the Rainbow Mountain, the beautiful, colorful mountain that you've seen, and very spiritual as well. And when we get to Checacupe, we are going to pass Inca Bridge, old Inca Bridge that was rebuilt, and we are going to walk towards the foot of the mountain so we can spend the night there. We are going to have a military tent with sleeping bags, and we are going to enjoy the night, the starry night, with a bonfire. It's going to be a beautiful sight from there, so we can collect, let's say, energy and a good mood to get up into the mountain the next day. So we're going to enjoy marshmallows and stories with a bonfire and under a starry sky. And for the ones that would like to join into a ritual called Temascale, which is a purifying ritual before the hike into Vinicunca or the Rainbow Mountain, all right? And we are taking breakfast as well on the tent before we get to the mountain. And then we are going to hike there, okay? We are going to guide you into this travel, into this journey. And then when we are going to visit it, take a lot of pictures, whatever you feel like. And then we are going to have lunch, not included, in the local communities which are down there. And we will have shisha, which is a drink made from corn. So these, let's say, local and beautiful foods and drinks. And then at 3, after lunch, we are going to Urubamba, which is around 108 kilometers from there, around 2 hours and 30 minutes. And then we are having a dinner on a vegetarian restaurant in Lamai, Urubamba. Sorry, we're going to have it in Lamai, and then we are going to sleep in Urubamba. That's the thing. Here, on the last 3 days, so day 8, we are going to have breakfast in the accommodation in Urubamba, and then we are going to depart from bus. We are getting to Machu Picchu. So first, we are getting into Central Hidroelétrica Machu Picchu, which is, let's say, the basis close to the river Urubamba, and then we are having lunch over there. This is up to you. You will be able to choose wherever you want to have your lunch. And then we are going to hike, okay? It's gonna be 12.44 kilometers. So 2.5 hours or 3 hours, depending on your rhythm. But it will be from Central Hidroelétrica Machu Picchu to Aguascalientes, which is on the basis, let's say, of Machu Picchu. And we are going to follow the river and the train tracks, River Urubamba. Then we are having suggested dinner in Aguascalientes, and we'll be accommodated in a hostel in Aguascalientes as well. This before we get really to Machu Picchu. This is the way. Of course, if you have some sort of difficulty with movement and so on, you may take the train, but this is not what we are going to do. We are going to hike, okay? But this will be the landscape as well of the train. And the next day, we are going to take out our breakfast from the hostel because we are going to wake up very early. We are ascending our hike with some food and water. We have some, let's say, limitations about whatever we can take to Machu Picchu. So we will pass all the information to you, but just for now, so for you to have an idea, we will take the minimum, the basis. We will leave whatever you don't need because other kind of clothes and so on, they can stay in the hostel since we are going and coming back, okay? So we are ascending with some food and water, and we will walk 5 kilometers on a path with a lot of steps. It's the famous Inca Trail. It will take us around 2-3 hours. It will go from Aguascalientes to Machu Picchu ruins. So this is it's going to be our journey. We'll depart at 4 a.m. and there's also an alternative for you if you want, if you are tired, whatever it happens. It's taking a bus at 5:30 a.m. Okay, but this is an alternative. Our way is going to be the hike. So we'll be enjoying Machu Picchu ruins once we get there. It's going to be a little walk, passing some checkpoints, but it will be okay, and we'll be able to enjoy it for 4 hours. Of course, you are entitled to a Machu Picchu ruins ticket and also to a guide. It will be explaining to you in English and Spanish. And of course, we can make the Portuguese translation, me and Margarida, since we are Portuguese. Yeah, you'll have all the accompaniments that you would like, or that it's supposed to be there for you. So this is going to be our way from Central Hidroelétrica, the green spot here, and then Aguascalientes here, and then we will be walking up the ruins. Here's the way, the 5 kilometers, but it's going to be zigzagging, okay, with a lot of steps into Machu Picchu. And also the zigzags is the bus, so we'll be cutting actually most of the zigzags. And you can see the altitude, how this is going up. Remember that in Machu Picchu ruins, it will be around 2,800, okay, up in the sea level. Then we are going to descend the hike after visiting Machu Picchu. We will come on the same path, so you already know that you can also take a bus as an alternative, okay? But it's much easier to go down for the walk. Well, for most people, of course. Then we suggest lunch in Aguascalientes, and then the afternoon is up to you. You can go to thermal waters that are there, to handcrafts, to bookstores, to bars, free time, basically. And then the suggested dinner is at Aguascalientes, and we will stay at the same hostel, also in Aguascalientes, before we depart. Then the next day, it's going to be our last day, unfortunately, but it will be a great day as well because you will have breakfast at the hostel that we were at 5:30, and then we will start hiking. This with the personal backpack, the one that you took to Aguascalientes. So it's going to be the same path. We are going across, like along the river, and the train tracks. We'll be departing at 6 a.m. And then from Central Hidroelétrica, Machu Picchu, which is going to be our goal for this walk, as you remember, this hike, we will go to Cusco, and this will be the end of our journey. So it will take us around 5 hours and a half, and we are expecting actually to arrive there at 3 p.m., but things, delays and something, they may happen. So we will only be able to provide you transportation, or to tell you with certainty, okay, from 6 p.m. on, you may have your bus or flight tickets back, okay? So this is our let's say, insurance time. Yeah, and enjoy our journey together. And so I believe that you might have been asking yourself, like, what's the value of this cautious tourism offer? And I'm going to recap for you what we are offering you. Okay. So we are offering you 10 days of an incomparable program. This is really incomparable because I've never seen any opportunity like the one we are offering, which is connecting Mandala with Adventure Days. And we really want to make it special for you. Also, ooh, sorry. Okay, the one before, monitoring Mandala Connection Days with leaders. So we are accompanying you throughout the program. Three leaders. And during the Mandala days, we will also have accommodation, food and drinks, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Um, sorry, I'm going to get until the end, so you will have the whole picture. Okay. During adventure days, you will have main transportation for collective and or private trips, cars. You will have the activities, the visits, the transport, accommodation, and food described in the program. Entrance to Machu Picchu ruin standard and guide, and also guide to the Amazon jungle and program in Puerto Maldonado. Also, travel from Cusco to Mandala in the beginning and to Cusco in the end, as I just told you. Yeah, and this is the goal, that you arrive a day earlier and you keep the times so we can make sure that you are safe for your continuation of the travels. And also practical and theoretical training on regenerative, organic, and ecological agriculture with principles, values, and essence of permacultural design with sacred within sacred geometry, while creating mandala vegetable garden. So the idea is that Mandala Connections is all about mandala, not just in nature, but in general in your life. Okay, this harmonious way of being. And so for this program, we believe that the value is of 6,997, but this is not the price we are going to ask you, of course. Okay, so this is the value, but the price we believe it's worthy. It's going to be 1,111 euro. Okay, so we believe that we have a lot here to offer you, and it's going to be amazing and a lifetime opportunity. Wait, sorry. So how can you make the payment? So how can you assure that you are going to come with us? Until the 31st of July, till 11:59, you can send a proof of payment of 1,111 euro to by WhatsApp or email. Okay, you have here my contact in the name of our team, and the email mandalaconnections@gmail.com. Okay, so send us proof of payment so we know for sure that you are coming with us until 31st July. And then we also offer you an opportunity of payment in 2 times if it's easy for you. So the first payment would be up to 31st July. So you secure your place with 611 euros. And then the second until 12th August, okay, with also 611 euros. This option is a little bit more expensive than the previous one. It's 111 euros more expensive, okay? But it's a possibility if you cannot pay in one time. In all these, like the costs, the VAT is included, okay, VAT is included, and you will receive an invoice upon request if you send us the taxpayer number by email, okay? So you may use MBWay. Let's say if you are Portuguese and you are listening to this, you may use MBWay. As you know, it's using the phone. You may use the contact phone that was given before. or you may use bank transfer. So we can send you more details upon request by email. Send us an email to mandalaconnections@gmail.com, and we'll be able to send you this. I'm just going to show you here the contacts again, okay? So the phone is 960-114-158 plus 351 for Portuguese, mandalaconnections@gmail.com. And that's it. We planted this seed with love. Will you join us in nourishing it? So we are happy to have shown you this opportunity, and yeah, and we are happy. We'll be very happy if you join us. So let us know. Send us an email, WhatsApp. If you see this on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, let us know if you are interested and join us. You may be from wherever in the world. There's no limitation on that. And let's enjoy Peru together. So bye from here, and hope to see you soon.